This will be part 2 of my last video, so if you haven't watched my last video for part 1, you can go watch it. It's basically me just talking about the characters, the new characters, and then this is going to be part 2, me talking about what characters fit with who, and if it's going to be good against boss meta, if it's going to be good against whales, and if you aren't a whale, then this video can also help you, because I'm going to be making team content for not free to play, but players that are putting a little bit of money into the game, so like low to mid-end spenders. So this team on the screen right now is for kind of like whales and super late game. So if you are a mid spender, I wouldn't recommend trying to aim for this, because the new character alone would be kind of hard to get at full potential. To have strikers with Seraphina, both of them together, it's kind of a must. You get striker. Again, if fields have a lot of sustain, so if you do make it to like round 4, round 5, you're going to get like 100, I think it's 100 damage increase. Yeah, you're going to get 100 damage increase. So again, it is quite important to have that. And then Idora isn't hard to get, it isn't easy to get to. Again, another character is going to be quite costly. And then Seraphina, just the most recent character, is going to be hard to get. So if you're a whale, this team is really good. Again, 3 celestials, 2 strikers, 2 protectors, 1 demon, and then you got 4 ethereals, not including the relics. But if you did have the relics with the HP bond, this is a really strong team with the blessing from Seraphina, and then making this character even more harder to kill, because she has blessing in the front line and she does a lot of damage. Because I explained it before, this character does a lot of damage, and then having the shield and healing from Karnak, it's just going to be crazy. So yeah, this is a really strong team, including Idora is already strong already. This team is even more stronger with the shield at Nor from Seraphina. As a whale, this team will go nuts. So if you want to run this, something like this, I advise you to, because it's one of the strongest teams right now, and it would help you in the future. If you want to run a more free-to-play team for ethereals, this is something what you could run. Let's say you did have the new character have to be in it. Let's say you get 1 copy of the new character, not 2, just 1 copy of the new character. You could run something like this. Something like this is not that bad. I know it doesn't look ideal, but again, Makaria, you can get her from you can get her from multiple shops in the game. She's easy to come by, and you can even get her from your 14-day trial, whatever. I don't know, the 14-day login. Yeah, you can get her from that. So this is a really good free-to-play team. Again, a lot of damage from Makaria and Atropos, and you have the new character. If you have the new character, you can get it. And then you have Karnak, and then yeah, this is kind of like the free-to-play team. You know, anyone can make this. Again, the new character, you can get her, but I can't tell you how to get her, but you can get her for a small price. But yeah, this is basically the free-to-play-ish team. Not free-to-play, but low spender team compared to the whale one. The whale one's way better, but this can still happen. You still got striker, you still got everything else. It's an easy team to make. Now go to Glorians. Again, Glorian team, we already know. This is not for whales, this is for anyone, because anyone can make Glorians, because they're so easy to make. Most people see this in their games without the new character. I'm just saying, they might have a Nawi in here, for example, or they might have someone else. But again, I'm just going to put a new character here, because the new character is for the video. So this is something that people would want to run now. So you've got 3 Monarchs. Again, Monarchs is the most OP synergy in the game. And then you got 3 demons, give you lots of holy shield, even though you don't need it, because you're going to be immortal to CC and any type of damage anyway, because you have so much sustain. But again, you have the 3 demon for the lifesteal, and then you got 4 Glorians, and then 3 Monarchs. A really strong team. The new character does insane damage, so if she's in the backline, she can't really die against anyone just trying to kill her. And she's 110 speed anyway, so she's going to go before most opponents in the enemy team. This is a really strong team. It's already strong already, but it's even more strong with this character. I can't tell you what she does, but she does insane damage. She will blow anyone up in the front line, like completely blow them up. So this is a strong team you want to run. If you're free to play, you can also run this. I'm not even joking. If you're free to play, you can run a team like this. Twins are easy to get, Gwyn's easy to get, Talus is easy to get, Makari's easy to get. This character, again, you could get her. You just have to be lucky. But if you're not free to play and you're a low spender, mid spender, this team can be easily made. It's so easy to make this. So yeah, a really easy team to make. I'm not going to make the whale version, because this is the whale version, and the other version is still the same. So yeah. And for the last character, I don't think people would even want to see the Avenger one. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't even use the Avenger one. I'm just being dead honest. But yeah, if I was going to run the Avenger one, This is something I would run if I was going to use the Avenger one. I wouldn't use him anyway. I'll most likely run something like this, or oops, sorry. I'll mostly run something like this if I was going to run an Avenger team. Sometimes you want to put Selene here, so you get the Vase heal, because the more healing means the more damage. You could get this, but you have no healer, so again, that's the bad part. If you want to add a healer, then it will be something like this. But not having Atropos is kind of weird, because Atropos makes this team even more stronger. So again, if you want to run a healer, you can. But this guy has a weird spot in the team. That's why I said it's kind of weird to run him, and I wouldn't run him anyway, because if I was going to run this team, I could just have something like this, right? Or I could just put Atropos in this team and call it a day. And that would be a nice team for anyone to run. It's just that his place in this team isn't currently better than anyone else in the team. He isn't better than Selene, and he isn't better than someone like Solomon, or he isn't better than Janna. And I don't think he's really better than Atropos, because they do two different things. But in an Enchanter team, yeah, he could be good, but I wouldn't personally put him in my Avenger team. So yeah, that would be Avengers. And for Doom, like Doom costs quite a lot of money, because the team is quite hard to make until late game. You could run something like this, for example. So you got Lamia here. This team is quite good. So like I said in my last video, the new character has loads of sustain to make a team strong. When I say loads of sustain, she can make a team not die without telling you what she can do. With her in here, with Seraphina in the team, again with the blessing, with the healing, these two kind of work well together. And because she has Striker, she helps Doris in the late game do a lot of damage. And if you can get Doris in the late game, she can do insane damage with what's going on with the team. And then Protector with the new character makes both of them really tanky. With Blessing and Sanctuary, Lamia most likely won't die in the front line, so you want to have her on the front line anyway. And if you have the shield will give her Sanctuary or Sanctuary chance, so again, she won't die in the front line. She'll be really annoying. Having Protector, she'll be getting tanky each round. And then Arishta, she's automatically already tanky, because if you have the scales at I think 3-star or higher, you get the link skill, and then it makes her tankier by 75%. Then it goes up to 120, and I think it goes to 150. But yeah, if you have her, Arishta should be in the front line anyway, because she has damage reduction and she has the scales, so there's no reason for her not to be in the front line unless you're playing against Glorians. So yeah, this is a really strong lineup. Another lineup my friend recommended, it is quite good, but you don't survive in round 1 and 2 because there's too much damage if they have Atropos. But this is also a good team. You get 4 protected, 3 Doom, and then you get 2 Celestials and 2 Demons. This is also quite a good team. But if I've tried it, I've tested against Nevermore. If they do have Atropos an enemy team, they will one-shot you, because you're not as tanky, and there's not a lot of Doomsdayers to give you the extra damage and the Reflect. So this can die. But if you do get to like round 3, 4, and 5, after that, this team is kind of immortal. They can't really die once they get to round 3, 4, and 5. But if they can't make it there, they die around 1 and 2. Like, they literally get one-shotted. And if they can't come back alive, the team is kind of dead, because you will die. But yeah, this team isn't that bad. If you can get to those rounds, you will be kind of immortal, because the protect stacks quite quickly. You get 10 per round. But if you can't get that, then you're dead. So you have to kind of make sure that you're not fighting against someone that's really strong. And when I say immortal, you're kind of immortal towards like decent teams, not Glorians. Glorians one-shot you. I've tested it against Nevermore. He just one-shotted me in round 1. The reason why he one-shotted me in round 1 is because they're automatically strong anyway. And like I said, this new character can just one-shot pretty much anything, so I didn't have a chance. So yeah, definitely a team you should run if you're playing with Doom. And if you want a more free-to-play team with the new character, you can run something like this. This is what I run on my Doom. So I'd run something like this. If I had the new character, I would put it in there. And then this team doesn't have much sustain. Again, I'll run someone else. But this can be a free-to-play team. So again, Doris is free-to-play, Helios is free-to-play, Athena's free-to-play, and Arista's free-to-play. The new character isn't, but if you put on a team, you get something like this. It isn't that bad. It's just that you will fail against a lot of teams. But if you do have Doris's runes, I think her exclusive one or higher, you're going to give double reflect, making them die quicker. And then you have crazy damage reduction from every teammate. So Athena has damage reduction, Hylas has damage reduction, and Arishtar, so they won't die that easy. And then if you have the scales, Arishtar's even more tanky. And then, like I said, the new character makes everyone else, you know, have high sustain. So having her in the team, this team can work because it works for me, but you will lose to some people. So Doom is still in a situation where they still need someone that could do more for the team, like more damage, more sustain. But it's not a bad team to run. Both teams are really good. And if you are looking to run something like this, for example, this is also a good free-to-play team. You're going to run for Doom. It could work. This is something that's not that bad. Oops, let's get her out there. This is not that bad. You can also run something like this. It looks kind of funky, but you got Monarch, so someone doesn't die in the front line. Aristar's not gonna die, and you got Merlin. Every time he moves with the runes, you get a stack of Reflect, and you get the damage reduction. I think it's physical damage reduction by 10%, and then you got Doris's runes giving more Reflect damage, and then you got Twins for the shield and sustain. You got this character for sustain, and then you just got Aristar doing her normal things. And this is also another good team you can run if you're free to play. But yeah. That's all the characters. Out of all the 3 characters, which one's my favorite? Well, out of the 4 characters, I keep saying 3. Okay, so my worst one is him. I don't like him. He is I know because he's a royal, he's not a royal, but even so, he doesn't really fit in most teams for me, and I don't really feel like I would need him. He looks okay, but I don't think I would ever need him though. So he's kind of the worst one for me. I would run the Glorian one all the time if I had the choice. If I had the choice to pick any and I could run it for only meta reasons, I would run her because she is insanely strong and I don't think she's ever going to be bad. Her being at 110 speed, I don't think any character is going to outspeed her by a long shot. It's just going to be by 1 or 2 and it doesn't really matter, but she's really quick, really strong, can one shot, and she could possibly be bulky, but again, one of the better characters. If I cared about meta, I would pick her. If I cared about ethereals, I think everyone cares about ethereals. This is a no-brainer. You're going to get her anyway. But you can also get this character in ethereals, the Doom one. The Doom one can work in ethereals. They both can. But ideally, you want to run the actual ethereal character to get the ethereal bonus and the striker bonus. But the new character for Doom can be placed in both teams because you will get, like I said before, you will get double protector. And you get 3 Celestials because you have Eudora and you have 3 Celestials. This is automatically, I said automatically twice. This is automatically really good. It is a good team to run, these 4. But again, the new character is just even better because she has other things to make you stronger, which I can't say. But this is way stronger than the last one. But the last one isn't bad. So yeah, they're both good. And then yeah, for me, I would pick her because I'm using Doom. But if I was running meta, I'll pick the Glorian one. And if I was a ethereal person, I'll pick the ethereal one over the Doom. And then the Doom one is strong. It's just that she isn't doing more than the ethereal one. That's all I can say. But yeah, that's it for the video. I think I covered everything right. I can't mention the relics, but the relics are really good, and they do make actually I can't even say that. But yeah, the new relics are good. If you want to get them, I advise you to get them. They are quite expensive, so if you're a mid spender, do not get them. Get the characters instead. And if you're a whale, you most likely want to get both of them. But yeah, thanks for watching this video.